Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Mr. A, and this is the set 6145. And as always, my partner, Mr. Sele Sasson, is in the cut. He'll be joining us momentarily. Wait till everybody starts coming in the room. We're going to do the weekend review. We're going to catch up, talk about a few things. Some things past, present, and what's going to be coming in the future. So hope everybody is having a good Wednesday as my son's trying to navigate. Hold on. Watch your step. Let's see who's in the room. Yeah, so we're going to be chopping it up tonight, catching up, talking about, what's going on, what's going to be happening, things that are going to be coming up in the future for us. And we're going to have a good time. Mr. Montenegro, good evening. Mr. Chavez, good evening, man. I see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Mr. Sasson, you ready to come in the room? All right, let me set this up real quick. Sorry about that. Take this off. Yo.
What's
going on, brother?
What's going on, everybody? Ooh. How you doing? Sele Sasson in the building.
Corona free, baby.
Got my ass up early today. Finally got a little walker.
Yeah.
Stretching out. Starting to get better.
That's what's up. Speaking of walking, Mr. Estrella, we see you. I got my PhD in relationships. Mr. Mark Manuel, I see you, brother. Good evening. Glad to see you here. What was I saying? Walking. Our brother Joey. Good evening, brother. Our brother Joey, all the way down in Texas. He's in Houston?
San Antonio, I think.
San Antonio, all the way down in San Antonio, Texas. We see you, brother. Salute. I was speaking to a mutual friend of ours from way back in the day, Mr. Lee Harold.
Bush Babies.
See, I was going to say, if you don't remember. So Mr. Lee is down in Florida, and he's doing this fitness thing. He hasn't given up on music, and I don't want to give away too much.
Mm-hmm.
But good evening, Miss Morales. We see you. He sent me some of the products that he and his wife they have their own business. Who the hell's calling me right now? And
phone lines ain't open yet.
Yeah, the phone lines are not open yet.
Papa.
Our brother, Mr. Stivey Roman, we see you.
What's up, Stivey?
Yeah, so he sent me some products. I tried them out, and I'm going to be giving a little review because I'm about to start the whole transformation, Jack. Time to get on the horse, pause, and get.
At least you didn't do it January 1st. You waited.
Nah,
give it some,
give it room to breathe.
Yeah, let it marinate.
Yeah, for real. The crazy thing is that it's one of those things that you can't put yourself like, oh, I'm gonna start to. You gotta know yourself, one, and two, you gotta find that moment. You know what I mean? It's like running in a baton race.
Yeah.
You know how like they're handing the baton off?
It's got to be a lifestyle change. It's got to be like, yo, this is what I want to do. I kind of stick to the intermittent fasting, but I mean, even there's days that I get off of it. You just live your life, but you got to try to moderate something. Like you got to be careful. We're getting older, but shout out to my man Jonathan from the Bronx, who Brazil. We had a conversation yesterday, and he's always in the gym. He's a monster.
Yeah.
And he kind of like, he kind of motivated me as like, yo, you know what? Like, you've been through so much shit in your life. Don't let this beat you. Like kind of like get up off your ass and do what you got to do and start. And it kind of got me back today. So I want to give him a shout.
Salute. Mr. Anthony Lopez, the OG, we see you. Miss Reyes, good evening. We see you as well. Now that Anthony's caught my attention, you got to give it up to the regulars, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, a lot of people are here, and they always coming through and they supporting. So we appreciate y'all
for sure. Our growth is their growth, with us. We hope that
Yeah,
our skills get sharpened, the knife gets sharpened as we, continue to do what we're doing, and hopefully bring good content that keeps them coming, and pause, and brings others, also into the mix.
for sure. The big sis, Miss Millie Mill. Good evening. We see you, and our brother, the clown, the joker, the anchor of the show, Mr. Chris Soto. What up? What up? Bree Shooters in the building.
What up, Bree Shooters?
Yeah, it's crazy because it's moments like that, like that, people. Fitness has to be a part of your life, period. Right? I came to understand that way later, right? Because you really don't know or understand if it hasn't been ingrained in you. But as you said, we've gotten older now, and I come to realize that fitness has to be a part of your everyday life, right? You don't gotta like go ham every day, but you gotta get some movement in every day just to keep yourself good,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Now, on the weekends, after a Saturday, I wake up the next day, I feel like somebody's beating me up, and I'm like, yo, what the hell?
Well, your hours are all jacked up.
Yeah,
from working too. So I mean, when you have a routine, then you could kind of stick to it. It helps.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I speak to several people, like, because with my surgeries and stuff that I've been through, that it's hard. There's days you just can't do it, but there's other days I try to walk, I try to hit the weights, whatever we could do, and even stretching, man, like just stretching and just try to loosen up, and it relaxes you, kind of like
stress relief.
Yeah, like you kind of like like people smoke weed or whatever to relax, or people go to the gym to relax,
and you're zen.
Like stretching. I ain't doing yoga like downward dog and all that, but
what? It's funny you say that. Yoga is actually really, really good for you.
No, for sure. I'm sure.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm too big to be doing that shit.
Yeah, nah.
Salute, Mr. Samuel Torres. We see you. Our brother, Mr. James Morales, in the room. Yo, a lot of our people in here. Everybody's catching up with each other.
Yeah, man.
You know what? I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know what? Let's run this track. Let's go. Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Mr. A, with my partner,
Sally Sassong, in the building.
Corona free, and this is the set 6145. Welcome, everybody. This is the midday catch up where me and my partner chop it up. Midweek catch up where we chop it up, talk about things that have already happened, things that are happening, and what's to come.
Bochinche.
Yeah, man, we gotta get with that. We got to bring everybody into the fold. So yeah, yoga is really good for you, and I've seen a lot of people sort of heal from injuries and surgeries through yoga. So it's always made me a little curious. I know.
You ever watched that Netflix show? Anybody in the room? The Big Crown one? Oh man, that shit is crazy. If y'all haven't watched that and y'all got, y'all looking for something to watch, check that out on Netflix. The hot yoga dude.
Yeah, that's a damn scandal.
Yeah, man.
You know who talked about that? Salute to Joey Diaz, Theo Coco. Joey Diaz was talking about that hard body, and when you listen to him talk about it, it's a good time because he goes in, he makes fun of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, these fucking ladies, he found myself. Yeah, he was blowing them. That's why. Like instead of learning what you're supposed to learn, you're over there like, I'm metiendo el dedo and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Dude raped 100 women. Wow.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Y'all got, we won't tell you too much, but if y'all haven't watched it, go to Netflix and check it out. I forgot the name of it's called, but it's the yoga stuff. You'll find it. Yoga, Bikram something. But yeah, man.
Fucking hummus guy.
Yeah, man.
That's really crazy. So I wanted to preface before we start talking about this first topic, with the Super Bowl. I think people need to understand. I had one or two conversations with a few people since then, and they were like, "Yo, Mr. A, you watch the NFL, and look what they did to Cap, and I know you were supporting him." And I was like, "Listen, part of the show is bringing everybody together and building a community. Now, what I mean by that is not everything we do is going to be something that, I'm not a heavy sports dude. My partner, he's the sports guy. He knows, stats and, scouting reports and,
the mother's name.
Yeah. Like he knows all that stuff. Right. I'm more of the behind the scenes dude. I'm a little more political. And I don't subscribe to either party. But my point being, the game was on or whatever, but I'm not an NFL guy. I watched football in big points over the years, but after what they did to Kaepernick, that really struck a chord with me, because even to this day, you got guys who know how to play football on YouTube that are getting jobs, and let's just be adult about it.
It turned you off.
Yeah, let's be adult about it. Let's be honest. They blackballed them, right?
There was collusion without announcing there's collusion.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, that there's dirt going on. These cats are doing dirt. They gave him a check.
Shout out to my sister-in-law, Malia, in the room, and boom, I see them come up on the chat.
Oh, Mr. Frank Simmons. Mm-hmm. I still can't get over that name. That government really threw me. I was like, who's this cat? So yeah, they did him dirty. It's obvious. Anybody who says anything otherwise, like, come on, like he was
definitely better than certain guys that got jobs, even as backups. But
exactly,
that's all it is. It was collusion. The owners got together and said, listen, nobody's hiring this dude, and that's it. And basically, that's what they did, and they just can't talk about it, but everybody knows. If you got common sense, you know what happened.
Exactly.
You could say he's not that great. He's not okay. He went to the Super Bowl. He could have been a backup. He could have been something. So
second year, right?
Yeah. He went to the Super Bowl. I think second and third. Or what? I think he went twice or once. No, they went once.
Saying, like he started in his second year and went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think so. Right? I think he took over for Alex Smith or something. Whatever.
And then, as I understand it, they had a coaching change. And then that coach changed the system up.
No, I think he was gone before, with the same coach. I think they were gone. They just kind of it was, I think, probably from ownership. Listen, the risk is not worth the reward. We're not winning with him that much, so get him out of here, because of the heat they were catching. So I that's what I remember, because I think it was the same coach, because the coach was there for a few years. So
whatever the case, I support Kaepernick in his stance, and anybody that says otherwise, you're being disingenuous or you're just a fuck boy.
And I'm gonna just go ahead and say Tom Brady's the GOAT, because if you say he's not the GOAT, you're a hater or you're salty. So I'm gonna just leave it at that, because nowadays we can't have opinion. You know what I mean? And that goes with anything. That's how that's how this country is right now. You got an opinion, you're a hater.
Yeah,
LeBron James is not the GOAT, or Tom Brady is not the GOAT, or Trump did this, or whatever the case is. It's just, I'm like, I'm over it, man. So I'm gonna just agree to disagree, and we keep it moving.
Yeah, that whole Tom Brady GOAT situation, it's a little funky to me because of the obvious, the things that got caught doing. You know what I mean? So when you have incidents like that, it's kind of hard for me to be like, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. To be his age and doing what he's doing, still, that's work.
Sure. All-time great. Like LeBron. Yeah. All-time great.
All-time great.
All-time. I mean, it's just, Joe Montana, there was clotheslining them, get out of here. Guys are protected now. You know what I mean? It's just a different level. Same thing with Jordan. He drove down the middle, boom. He was getting cantazos. Yeah. So, that's the era I grew up on. So it's hard for me to put these other guys ahead of them, of those guys. But they're all-time greats. Mount Rushmore, they're right there.
Yeah, for sure. So, it's just a softer era. That's I mean, that's the only.
That's in general. It's all over.
Yeah, it's just a softer era.
It just, it's not cool to have an opinion. It's cool to be a snitch.
Wow.
What else we doing?
It's funny you say that, because I just saw the other day that he dropped some new music. Salute to everybody in the room, man. We see you. Ooh, they big up in here. I saw that he dropped some new music. Well, he hasn't dropped it yet. He put it together while I was in the studio, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, same wave, same 6ix9ine wave, and I'm like, yeah, this shit's not gonna hit the same. Like, people are just not gonna respond to it like they before, right?
Yeah.
And he
as far as like trolling or like gangster shit,
a little bit of both, because the music is what it is. If you listen to the cut, it's 6ix9ine, and this is what everybody was riding with prior to him getting knocked, right? So he did a video, and he blew up Jay-Z Rock Nation CFO. The CFO is a woman. Yeah, the CFO is a woman. She was an informant and was even commended for her work, because she banged out on two cartels like Colombia and Puerto Rico. But that was, it was in the past. But he was like, yo, you got a rat working with you.
Right.
Like, she got bagged with like 15 bricks, and they pressed her, and she worked with them.
And even, I mean, the Tekashi 6ix9ine, I mean, nobody could condone snitching. Never that. Not on this show. Not, we ain't doing that.
Right.
However, there is an asterisk on that stuff, because some of the stuff they would look, they robbed them, they BM, baby mom, all time. So my only issue was him talking about others,
outside
Jones
of that,
or whoever wasn't really involved.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you handled your business with whoever did you dirty, I don't think anybody should have an issue with that, because he was feeding them.
Yeah.
And they turned his back. You know what I mean? They did him dirty. So that, that's to me, like, there's an asterisk on that story.
But see, I was thinking about, you and I spoke about this, and I don't know how everybody else in the room feels about it. That was sort of the get back, right? So to me, I started thinking about it. I was watching a movie called The Traitor, and The Traitor is about the first snitch in the mafia, not here in the US, in Italy, right? The things that they did to this cat. Whew. But then I started to think about it. I said, wait a minute, because you and I know people who been in the streets, stayed in the streets, maybe they changed up a little bit now, but
I know there's some of them that are still in the streets.
Yeah. Their code is, it don't matter, because that's the street, right? So I started thinking about it. I was like, yo, does this guy become the exception to the rule? Because in reality, if you're a criminal and you're dealing with criminals, I mean, look at what Alpo did to Rich. That was his man. He murked him.
But that's usually how it happens, though. It's usually somebody close to you.
There's always somebody close to you. It's always.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, there's, since Julius Caesar, whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, this has been history forever. So that's why, best thing to do is have, the money in your pocket. That should be your friends. Keep, everybody else trying to keep them away from the, one, and even like you said, 1, 2, doesn't matter. There was 3 of those, right? And one of them ended up turning. So
for sure,
that's history, man. That's just something that Sammy the Bull, like, Jose Morales just said the same thing. Sammy the Bull,
salute,
was the first kind of like snitch we saw. But everyone says the mob was happy he snitched, because it kind of like, Gotti, relax. Like, we're undercover, low key type people. You know what I mean? So if they're good, he's alive, obviously. So there's, obviously there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
Because he's still walking this earth. So, he kept it. He did what he had to do, but he was like, yo, they don't even want this guy around, really. And plus, he was writing on him. Gotti was writing on Sammy the Bull. So he was just like, yo, fuck this. I'm taking this guy out too.
Salute to Mr. Jose Morales, man. That dynamic as well, in Sammy the Bull and Gotti, he was the bull for a reason. Gotti wasn't about that life the way he was.
Nah.
And he was he is, because he's still alive, he's a businessman. He was making him wild bread. So for him to hear,
he was earner.
Yeah, for him to hear, like, yo, this guy wants to murk me, like, all the dirt I'm doing, he ain't on my level.
He's like, there because of me, basically.
Right. So I get it. He killed 19 people that he confessed to. I love that part. He confessed to 19. He probably buried about 40.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's crazy. How do we get on snitching?
I brought it up.
Oh. Before I start adding other things in here, just to let everybody know, salute Mr. Roman. Your brother's gonna be with us. We're gonna have the call. We have an amazing artist coming to the set. He's gonna be speaking about his book, and he is gonna be bringing a lot of Boricua history to the show. So I hope when we throw that up there, everybody could join us. Salute to Mr. Stevie Roman for making the connection. So yeah, go ahead, sure. Yeah.
Let's give another regular in the room. I don't know if he's in the room because he's been going through some stuff, personal stuff with his dialysis and stuff. But Ephraim Aviles, man, shout out to Ephraim Aviles. We know him since forever, man, and he's been fighting this fight, and we just want to hopefully he's feeling better. Our guy right there, and we know he's a fan to the show, so we appreciate it. Hope you're doing good, brother.
Yeah, salute to Mr. Ephraim Aviles, childhood friend from the neighborhood, from Sunset Park. He's, we've all grown up together. We've been within arm's reach. We've been in the same circles, when it came to sports and whatnot, and just moving through the neighborhood. He's going through a tough time, but he's putting in a good fight. So salute to him, and we hope, for a speedy recovery. So Ephraim, if you out there, man, we supporting you, brother. Stay strong, all right? Salute to Mr. Louis Champ Vargas, aka the Soldier. We see you, brother. Mr. Brad
McCoy. Hope that arm's better, Champ.
Yeah. How's your rotator cuff going, bro? You got to keep that arm in a sling. That's a tough injury. Man. You know what that is, Champ? Champ hitting the weights all these years. You know what I mean?
And football and all
football,
that.
Yeah. Ledaña. Oh, there he goes. Mr. Aviles, we see you, man. You know what it is with us. So get well, stay focused and keep doing what you're doing, all right, to take care of yourself. Your kids need you. Your family needs you. So let's see. Yo, Mark Cuban?
Whew. Yeah, man. I saw that national anthem. They,
crazy.
This is my thing with them. They kind of like gave them
nothing makes folks.
Oh, sorry. Hold on a sec. Yes. I hate that about these. You try to pull up clips and then they want to start playing videos. I hate that shit. So go ahead, so my bad.
I kind of read the story because they've been doing this. This is like the 12th game and preseason. So they've been doing this.
Right.
They just made a statement on it. So now it's like everyone's making kind of a big deal about it. But they've been doing it. Not that anyone will know really if you weren't at the game. But again, the NBA gave them an option of you guys conduct your home games however you want.
Right.
So if you don't want to do the anthem, it's fine just to cut, have you don't want to bring people to come and sing live or, just cut whatever it is. So, they kind of like backdoored them on it. And if you ask me, because they kind of like, oh yeah, you do. But I heard the NBA said now they changed it. Nah, you got to do it because they,
Well, that was going to be my next move. Let me pull it up real quick. Hold on a sec. My thing is, so basically what you're saying is, they gave him the option, and then when they ran their mouth about it, they was like, oh, we didn't tell you to do all that. Now we got to play you type deal.
Yeah. No? I don't know where the statement came from or what, but I know it was like they did it all preseason and they 12 games in at home. So it just happened. So, you can tell me nobody knew about this before or they just never talked about it.
Yeah, NBA says all teams will play national anthem.
Even my thing with the NFL games, like, you showing these guys kneeling, whatever. You know what? Don't show the anthem. You know what it is, though? They get paid for it.
Yeah.
There's money. Let's talk. There's paid. They're paid for it, so that's why they have to show it and promote it. But so it's crazy, man. It's just people at home, you're not stopping what you're doing. How many people run to the bathroom? Oh shit, the national anthem's on in the games. I see them all the time moving. Guys leave their hats on. Like, come on, people. Like,
yeah. So I'm glad you said that because the reality is that it demonstrates the ignorance of people, the masses in the country. Because today, and I've said this before, all you got to do is hit enter and people lose their fucking mind, right? So to your point, you could go to a baseball stadium, football stadium, whatever. National anthem's playing. This guy's throwing back a beer. The hot dog line's still packed. It's like nobody moved, nobody get hurt. You know, I've been on military bases. When they play taps, you got to stop. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, you got to stop and you got to stand at attention. And I
got
don't
that glizzy, like ready to eat that glizzy.
Yeah, son. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't, yo, son, it's a problem. I've been on military bases and I've been on where Governor's Island before they transformed it into what it is now. We'd be shooting hoops. You can ask Reggie. Yeah. We'd be shooting hoops. You could be mid layup. You come down, pause. You got to stop. I've seen dudes get ran down. Like, what? Back in the shirt. So the point I'm trying to make is simple. People making noise about, oh, he's disrespecting the flag and disrespecting it. Shut the fuck up. You people don't even follow the flag code to begin with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stop trying to act like the basis of your anger or your ire is that you're fucking racist. I don't care. I'm going to say it. You're racist. Anytime people of color seem to get out of their place in your world, you want to make them pay for it. And it's ridiculous.
Get back in line.
For real. You know?
February 23rd. Sorry to cut you off. Governor Cuomo. He's
it's right up here. Let me.
He announced it today.
Guy.
He announced it today. 10% capacity at arenas. Following, I guess, February 14th? What a surprise! Yeah. Valentine's Day, they're opening up dining or whatever.
Wow!
What a shocker!
Yeah, it's fucking retarded.
Supposed to open up the 13th because the 13th. No, yeah, the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Chilla night, right? And then the 14th is the regular.
Yeah, the Chilla's on the 13th, but the 14th.
13th or 15th. It's flexible.
Not company not included. We're not speaking for ourselves. We know what's moving in the street.
We heard.
Yeah, so
we heard.
Yeah. They told us. They, not us. But you know what? I mean, the funny thing is, even with this, nobody's going to be satisfied because they're going to be like, oh, 10%. Why don't he make it 20? Mm-hmm. Why don't he? Shut the.
And I want to see the prices. Because I was looking at Green Bay, Tampa during the season, and those prices, I was like, hell no.
Yeah, bro.
Going to Tampa Bay and paying $350 for upper deck, you know? So it was like, yo.
What we used to pay back in the day to go to the Bronx? For those
to what? Yankee Stadium?
Yeah, to go to the bleachers. What was it like when we were
it was like $6, I think, or something.
It was, right?
I think it was like $6.
It was cheap. It was definitely cheap. And we used to be acting like that was a grip. I mean, for us it was because, you know.
We used to the upper deck, I think were like $16 maybe, whatever. But
yeah. But the
we used to walk down. Fuck that. We ain't staying up there. We're going downtown, baby.
The bleachers was the shit though. That's where everything was happening. But not no more. When they start opening things up,
bleachers was the shit till I was that? No, I wasn't with you. I was with Rob
Rios,
like me, Rob Rios, his wife, his girl that he married, and Cindy, and the Mets Yankees game, bro. I was about to brawl.
What? Somebody threw a beer on you?
Nah, they. All right. Long story short, we're in the bleachers, and the Yankees. I think the Yankees took the lead early, and it was Met fans in front of us, but like kids, like little kids. They started throwing shit, like hitting the kids, and they whizzed one by my ear, like, yo. So I turned around, and I'm like, yo, man, like, chill out, you know, like,
calm the fuck down.
For little ass kids, you know what I mean? Like, you know how that goes, turning around again. They're like, shut the fuck up. Hit me, boom. Bleachers have no back, so you could just walk.
There's nothing. It's just a bench.
I went up, like, what's up? Big Blanquito, fucking juice hat. Like, I think you should go back to your seat. I'm like, why don't you put me in my seat, motherfucker? Wilding now. What's up? They were deep. I see. I'm like, I got my number. Rob act like he know kung fu. Let's see what he could do right now. So I'm like, what's up? Bubba, security comes. They're like, oh, Dodger, They end up moving us
Oh, they moved
instead of
you
them.
up.
They were like, "Yeah, we go
Naturally.
to the other side of the bleachers now."
Now he's launching hot dogs.
Now the Mets start winning at Yankee Stadium.
Uh-huh.
Now Met, we're Yankee fans. We're all shit on. Now
Yeah.
Met fans over there flooded on the other side.
Mhm.
Now they start, fuck you. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, I just got thrown the fuck out the other side for this shit. We was like, yo, we out, bro. Everybody's like, yo, let's just get out of here, bro. Yo, it was funny, man. It was like a bad experience. Like Mets Yankees first time. I was like, wow. But then I went other times and it was cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joining the show, I'm your host, Mr. A, with my partner,
Stelly Sasson in the building, telling
Corona.
stories.
Yeah, Corona free. And this is the set 6145. And if you haven't guessed it yet, you can't take Sully nowhere. He's the Black Cloud.
That's a fact.
Don't play no fucking games. Niggas is throwing hot dogs and shit. Was it hot
that
dog?
glizzy at me?
Glizzy? It was the glizzy one?
Yeah. No, it was a ketchup, like the packages and shit.
Ah.
Yeah.
You know,
Mustard,
the interesting part is that
beer, whatever they had, but except there was
Everything,
no glizzy thrown at me.
the interesting part about that is that no matter where you go in New York City, you can always find a Blanky that's willing to act up. When there's liquor involved,
Yeah.
you know, whether it be a sporting event or there's always, they want to be extra like for some reason. I don't understand why, but whatever.
That juice, Papa. When they're on that juice, they feel invincible. That goes for a lot of people. Until they get smacked and they're like, what? Hey, buddy, what are you doing? I'm just talking here.
What you hit me for?
I love smacking men. That's what I like. Boom. Like, what's up?
Yo, speaking of which,
You got two choices. You put your tail on your ass or you fighting.
nigga, my boss smacked a guy in a wheelchair.
No, I see that. I'm killing somebody.
No.
You deserve it.
No. The dude, that was his disability. He was fully cognitive, you know what I mean? Like a regular, let me cancel this out one second. So regular dude. So like, it's like I break both my legs and I'm in a wheelchair. I'm cognitive. I have no other disabilities, right? So the dude was on the bus and I guess, you know, he didn't like the space he was taking up. Salute to Mr. Eric Medina. We see you, brother.
Good,
He started rolling on him on his feet. And, you know, he was like, yo, come on, man. Like, you ain't got to do that. Like, I'm going to move. Don't worry about it. And you should fucking move like that. Like, you got no business being over here. So he was like, oh. He was like, you know, you ain't got to be like that. Like, I'm moving. Like, you know, calm down. So the dude kept talking. And then he took it to race. Because my boss is Boricua. He was a Blanky. He started to fucking speaks, right. He's like, yo, Ernest, I waited for him on the corner when he was getting off. And when he spun the corner, son, nigga gave him the Canadian to the Gulf of Mexico. Wabang! He said when he was turning the corner, it was like all in one motion. So he hit him, and then he like the wheels went boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
I was like, you're going to hell, son.
Word.
You're going to hell. Smacking dudes in wheelchairs. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's because people see that and they don't know the story.
They don't know
They're just like, yo, this guy's beating up the handicap. Like, you crazy?
Yo, when he told me that story, I was like, immediately, I smacked this dude in a wheelchair. I was like, yo, bro, get away from me, man. You're terrible. You're going to hell. For real.
Yeah.
With gasoline drawers and lighter fluid slippers.
Yo, I want to give a shout out too, bro.
Please do.
Scam Likely, man. Always checking up on me. Love you, Scam Likely. At least 3 times a day. They gotta be. That's my people's right there, Scam Likely. So I want to give them a shout out.
Who? What's that?
Scam Likely. You never get them fucking calls, bro? Holy shit.
Yeah. Your insurance is good.
God.
Your insurance is good.
Jesus Christ. Like the Chinita, then the fucking my car warranty. Like, yo, y'all already know what's up. Yeah, man, it's crazy. They gotta be hiring.
No,
I mean, they gotta be hiring because, like, how the fuck you making all these calls?
Yo, there's a billion of them over there, bro. Come on,
fucking robocalls, man. It's killers.
Salute to our brother Killer Cow, Dutchy the boss down in Florida. We see you, brother.
Salute.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. It is really crazy because even now I got called twice. I'm like, yo, who's that? I know it's not nobody from me. Smacking the babies at the christening. This guy's crazy.
That's your boss?
Huh?
Was that the guy that hit the guy in the wheelchair?
No. This is
I'm like, no, I'm fucking around.
you know who that is though.
Yeah, all right, cool.
That's you remember Lisa? Dee's neighbor? La India. Diego. 58.
Yeah.
La India. That's her son.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, no.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah, for real. But
man.
Killer Cow, we see you, baby. And the Indian guy, yeah, I hate them motherfuckers too. Yo, they're the worst.
Yo, I be cursing. I'm like, yo, go call your mother. Like, I just get crazy. Like,
your sons are like, Dad,
go have a threesome with Magic Johnson and Usher. Fuck out of here.
Yo, wait. Usher didn't get cleared? Like, he's still sus?
You got that.
He got something.
He got that shit that, that's like luggage. That shit don't go away.
I thought that was all bullshit.
Nah.
Wow. All right. Well, all right.
You know that shit don't go away, even if it was bullshit. Motherfuckers like, all right,
we run
it. You had the shit over there.
Yeah. Fuck that.
That shit don't go away. That shit is for life.
Talking about for life. We got to send the RIP to this gentleman. Boxing lost a legend, man. And when I say legend, he was a legend for a lot of different reasons. But Leon Spinks passed away, man. And it was a big loss. You know, he played a good pivotal role in history. In
a great era.
Yeah, in an amazing era when boxing was still boxing. You know what I mean? And one of the things I'm sure you could relate to is I remember Richard Pryor talking about Leon Spinks and him boxing in a fundraiser, and how he, the way Richard portrayed him and made him, the visual that he delivered through his words was just hilarious. And every time I would see a picture of Leon Spinks, I would instantly think about Richard Pryor. You know what I mean? But he was an amazing boxer. It's a sad day for boxing. And
was it Leon, Michael Spinks, and it was just them two? There was more than.
No, I believe it was just them two, Leon and Michael. Okay. Yeah, but Leon was the main. Like, to me, Leon Spinks was the main one. Like,
well, Michael Spinks was the champ too. That Tyson bodied him in a minute or whatever it was. But I mean,
but when you thought about the Spinks brothers, for me,
no, Leon, that era, that era. I mean, that was just, the Ali, Frazier, all those guys, Foreman, that's just a crazy, crazy era,
That's when we used to see heavyweight fights on Channel 7, kid.
Norton, Ariel, Norton, Ken Norton. Who's the other dude too, man? Shavers, Ernie Shavers, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a historian with that stuff, but I didn't see a lot of it, but I was. But man, that was crazy era.
Yeah, man. So rest in peace to Leon Spinks, man. Boxing lost a legend. It's like we were saying the other day. Like, every time we look up, we're losing somebody else.
All the time. Don Chaney, Amoeba.
Hey, let's move to the next one.
Temple. I remember when him and Coach Cal was about to go at it.
They was gonna fight.
Yeah. That was when Cal first came to the A10.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
It's a shame. Another one. Like, this cat, he played in the great era too, right?
Well, he was a coach from Temple. From Temple.
But didn't he play? Didn't Don play for like Boston?
Nah, I don't even know, man. I
think he played for Boston.
I know him as the Temple coach. The Marcus Camby going there and all that shit. But yeah, man.
Wait, let's talk to our brothers in the room. Don Chaney, did he play for Boston? Anybody know? I finally stumped Selly with a sports fact, and I can't believe it. I gotta play the lotto when I leave here.
I don't even know if that's the same guy we're talking about right there in the picture.
What?
You talk about the old dude from Temple. I don't even know if that's the same guy. I can't really see.
Yeah, at Taviejo, this is Don Chaney.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was diagnosed with some rare heart disease, and se murió.
All right.
Let's see if one of the guys in the room will know. Fuck around, and that's like Don Chaney from fucking Louisiana, and
Don Cheese dude,
and ran the Popeye's chicken down there and whatnot. But yeah, man, another one. Oh,
No.
wait, Joey's blowing it up right now.
Joey Bravo?
Nah,
Oh, Joey
Santiago.
Hey. Hey.
We used to Joey. I don't know if you. I think he was there with us. We used to be on the roof terrorizing Ariel coming back from the ball. Wow.
Yo, you remember Harry? I don't know why this just came in my head right now.
There's a few Harrys.
There was a kid, the dude Harry on the block.
Oh, crazy!
It was like a scorcher summer. It was like 100 and whatever, like.
Oh.
And he was. We kept throwing the water buckets. We hit him like twice, like on one side of the street, right? Like we hit him twice on my side, on 446 side. So whatever, we called him twice, like, yo, you motherfuckers. Da-da-da. He went to the other side of the street.
Yeah, went over
and we
there.
went on the other side, like Rob's building. We went up and we hit him on that side. And we started yelling, "Rob, we got you surrounded, Harry. You can't go nowhere." Yo, son, crazy times on the block.
The best memories growing up on 6-1 always happen around the summertime, kid.
Oof. We start telling those in here. Oh no.
Easy. Evidently, Don Chaney did our brother Brad McCoy. He played with the Celtics. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He did,
cool.
yeah.
You got me, Bob. You got me.
First one in 48 years. The crazy thing is, again, he played in a great era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those were the legendary eras, like the come up before our era, right? So them dudes is really banging it out. Pause. On another note, we lost another legend. This is pretty big. Anybody who's a fan of music, if you're like me and you grew up on your parents' music, like this is a loss. Mary Wilson from the Supremes, historic.
Yeah,
she was part of history, and such a shame that she passed away. And I don't even think she was that old, unless I'm 76. Oh, she lived a full
legendary group.
Yeah, super legendary. And that look too, when they come out and Diana be in the middle singing and they be around her, like, surrounding her.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But rest in peace to Mary Wilson and her family, man. That's crazy. Every day is something new. Every day, Let me close this out. Whew. Man, oh man.
So what we doing? We're talking about Valentine's. What are people doing here?
Yes. So everybody, you might want to forward this, tag people, whatever. This Sunday, we are going to have the love special. We're going to have the love special Valentine's Day. We're going to be having a few laughs.
Have some surprise guests.
And for the ladies, we didn't have the raffle for Super Bowl Sunday because it was hectic. But this Sunday, we're going to have a raffle. So what was it? $10 on the wheel?
$10 per ticket through the Cash App. And we started it already. So yeah, just throw your name in the mix and so let them know exactly what they got.
So $10.
There's 3 prizes, right?
Yes, there's 3 prizes. So we're gonna do 3 spins, basically, right? So it's $10 on the wheel, and the first item that we're gonna raffle off is Get Glowing by Sephora, and it's a brush set so that you can contour your makeup. I don't know if y'all could see that really well. So Get Glowing by Sephora, 3 brushes. Then the Laura Mercier bag. Now, if you don't know what Laura Mercier is, look it up. But understand that the bag is packed. So it's not just one item. Man, maybe I should make this the last item? Because this got everything in it.
If it's $10 a ticket, whoever wins first, they get a choice. And the next person get a choice. And then, right? I think that would be fair, no?
Let's see how it's going to play out, because people get funny with it, but
yeah,
we'll run it either which way. Just understand these are the items that we're going to have, and the last one is going to be the for her Narciso Rodriguez perfume for women. And again, this isn't from the Fulton Street Indios. This isn't from the bootleg spot. This is official.
Mania.
Yeah, exactly. This is Parfum. So we're gonna have those raffles. We're gonna have special guests, and most of all, we're gonna try to have some fun and some laughs, talking about relationships, marriage, all that extra stuff. So I hope everybody could join us for that. Also, man, I got some good news. Spoke to somebody. Somebody was in the room that we both know, and we were trying to get him on Super Bowl Sunday, but it didn't happen. But it's been stamped. The brother's gonna come on the show, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about having him on. So if everybody was with us for Super Bowl Sunday, we spoke about a brother named MC Blinko, or MC Blink, who cut a record back in '89, and it made a lot of noise. And it didn't get the traction that it should have. We didn't have social media, we didn't have Twitter and IG and all that stuff back then. But this record was definitely groundbreaking, especially being in that moment in hip hop, one, and two, being a Latino. That's something that just never happened like that. And not to mention that Red Alert, January, February, March, and April of '89 actually played the whole record on the radio station. And it was on I think it was 98.7 KISS. But it was crazy. So we're going to have Blinko on the show. We're going to talk about that moment. He's a Sunset Park legend. On top of that, the people that played a part in producing the record and bringing it all together, mixing and engineering and all that stuff. You have Kenny Dope, Mikey Delgado. So,
Harry.
And Harry, DJ Harry. He used to go by Mace back then. That's crazy, right? But he's going to be with us. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but I'm really looking forward to this conversation. I think it's going to be interesting to talk about that time and what it took to make this record happen. So if you're from Sunset Park, man, you definitely want to come check it out. It's going to be great. We're going to be holding it March 5th, so?
No, I don't know exactly the date. I think it was April.
When's
April.
Easter? Is April?
I think it's April. First week in April.
Like
April 4th or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yo, I want to give a shout too. You just reminded me. We talk about Red Alert.
Please.
Speedy.
Yeah, man.
Shout to Speedy. 25-year anniversary today for KTU. They had him on in the morning, and I think he's on now. Or he said he was going to be on tonight too. So shout out to Speedy on 103.5 and their 25-year anniversary, man.
It's crazy. We just had Speedy on. He came on twice, right? We had our segment with him, and then he showed up for the Super Bowl party. And
Eric was right. It's John Chaney, not Don Chaney. That's what we fucked up. Yeah, I knew it was like, that's not him.
Este tipo está poniendo viejo.
Yeah, bro. I need Adderall.
No, but the picture that I showed you is Don Chaney.
Yeah, the guy we're talking about is John Chaney that passed away.
Well, Don Chaney. Wow, this guy's yo,
I didn't do it. I'm gonna put it Tekashi. Yo, it was Mr. A. Fuck it. He put a picture up.
All right. Please disregard how we just killed Don Chaney.
Yeah.
No worse than Chris. Chris fucking killed his girl last week. Anybody that missed that? Yeah, I think
he's old on his girl.
Yeah, for real.
If she make she what? Like, yo, what you doing, bro? I'm about to kill this girl off.
Yo, son, I think she's Russian too.
Baruski.
Yeah. I feel sorry if she caught the show. Oof. All right, so come check us out when we solidify the date for MC Blink. It's gonna be a crazy show. Catching up, especially with what he's doing now. Blink has been a purveyor of comics, and he's always been a comic book head since back then. And he started his own business. I can remember him hustling comic books like in the street back in the day.
Yeah.
To this point, he's built his business up and has an amazing collection. So you can check them out on IG, Feel Family Comics on IG, and he's at all the events, Comic-Con and any event you could think of that's within the tri-state that has to do with comics. He's there. So I think it's going to be a great show. I hope everybody could join us for that, and just to talk about that era and that time. You know what I mean? What it was like going to Tom McCann and Witty's, and what the house parties was like and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to that conversation. It'd be great to catch up with the brother and speak about what he's doing now as well. So I hope everybody could join us for that. Also, let me pull this brother up. We're going to be having next Sunday, the 21st, with respect to Black History, we were trying to find somebody to speak and give some, have a good conversation regarding history in the country, in America, right? It was very, very difficult to find somebody. So once again, our good brother, Mr. Joseph Charlie Brown Estrella, came through in the clutch, and he sent me this brother, and we had a conversation the other day. And when I say that this man is super knowledgeable, it's an understatement. So we're going to have a conversation surrounding Black history, and there's so many different things that we're going to cover. And I just don't, I'm not going to tell you we're going to talk about this or that. I don't want to be specific about anything. Just understand that the conversation is also going to weave into the connective tissue, if you would, of Latinos and Africans. So I hope everybody could join us for that, man, because it's going to be a really, really good conversation. Yeah, and I think I'm hoping that we're going to bring Adrian on the show for the end of the month, but we'll be putting up that event as soon as it's solidified. So just pay attention to the events calendar, people. All right.
Good.
So you got anything on your mind before we get up and out of here? Because I see that we've covered our.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to open up the lines or something, or you want to get out, whatever you want to do. I know you said you was talking about opening up the lines earlier, so whatever you want to do, I'm good. We covered whatever we had to cover. So,
all right,
I'm good.
Nah, we're gonna close it down. We're gonna shut it down. People, Sunday show, we're gonna have the phone lines open. So, if you want to call and chop it up with us, if you want to call and tell us your problems, if you want to call and just be a jerk, we ain't gonna take your call. But we're gonna have salute to Mr. Reggie Smith all the way up in Washington State. Oh, and Joseph just said he's actually his cousin. Joseph's been, dude, like, you've been finding your family like on the side of the road. What's going on? I think he did like a 23andMe, and he started like finding family members that he never knew he had. Crazy. And
Dominicans, bro, they all related. They're like, hey, this guy, that guy.
Ese es mi primo, mi tía.
Ask everybody at me. Wow, that's my cousin. My cousin from over there. What? You related to everybody?
Yo, that's hilarious for real. But it's gonna be a great conversation. Again, I was speaking to him. We spoke for about maybe under an hour, and we could have stayed on. We were both laughing, like we could stay talking for 3 hours, because the dude, information that he was exchanging with me, right? These aren't things that they teach in school. They just don't. You're not gonna learn about them. You got to go to college. And it's called elective. You got to take an elective to find these things out, or you have to be you have to have a passion for reading and get in the library and dig for the info,
or you got to watch the set 6145.
Exactly. So, and that's what we're doing. We're going to bring the information to you. So, if you want to learn some real, oh shit, I never knew that. You need to come and watch this conversation next week, Sunday. And I'll be putting up the event in the event calendar, and it's going to be a good one. So get your kids in front of the TV and let them learn something, But yeah, man, we'll open up the phone lines for the Valentine's Day show. We're going to have a lot of fun. Ladies, again, we're going to have the raffle. So make sure you're here. Like, this stuff is not cheap. As I told you in the beginning when I first announced this is not bootleg stuff. This is the real deal. So make sure you come out. And if it's 2 of y'all in the raffle, we're not raffling nothing. That's not popping. So
we need at least 10 heads.
Yeah, we gotta have at least 5 to 10 people, because come on, like,
It's three prizes.
Yeah,
So,
for real. Salute to Dutchy the boss, my brother Killer Cow. We see you. So yeah, man, we're gonna get up and out of here. Make sure you come check us out Sunday, for the Valentine's show. It's gonna be a good time. And oh, that's you, right?
yeah, it's my sister.
Oh, that's your big sister?
Peter's wife. My brother Peter's wife.
Oh, right. Wow, salute to them, man. I haven't seen them in years. When we used to play balls, your brother used to come through in Sunset.
Yeah.
He was nice. He used to get busy, yo.
Yeah. Nah, he's ridiculous, like baseball and all that. Oof.
Oh, yeah?
But basketball too, he was good. I learned from him and Mikey.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Mikey used to be another one that used to be all over the fucking place.
Mikey gave me CTE pounding with the boxing gloves all the years. Thanks, cuz.
Yeah, for real. All right, everybody, we out of here. We'll see you on Sunday. Make sure you tune in. I'm Mr. A.
Selly Sassong in the building. Take them cheeses out the 13th or the 15th.
That's it. Don't forget. And this is the set 6145. We signing out.
Stay safe, guys.
We'll see you on Sunday.